Hello friends, welcome to GitHub Copilot for DevOps and DevSecOps Engineers course. I'm your instructor Raghu and I'm going to take you through this journey. So let's jump into the agenda of the course. Once we have the course introduction, it's very important that we learn the basics of generative AI before learning GitHub Copilot, because GitHub Copilot uses a model that has been trained on many code repositories. So first we need to understand what is model, and before learning what is model, we need to understand what is generative AI. Once we understand the basics of generative AI, and along with that, we will also learn about generative AI use cases, we will start learning about the terms like machine learning, artificial intelligence, how machine learning and artificial intelligence is connected. We will also learn about model, what is a model, how to train a model, and what kind of model is being used in GitHub Copilot. That's why we need to first cover all these basics before we start learning GitHub Copilot. Otherwise, if we directly jump into GitHub Copilot, we won't be able to understand what model is powering GitHub Copilot, how it has been trained, and what are the different models that are available now with GitHub Copilot. Once we are good with these basics, we will jump directly into learning GitHub Copilot. We will first understand what is GitHub Copilot and what are its various features, why it's so much popular, and why it is being widely adopted by various enterprise organizations. Once we have understood it, we are familiar with GitHub Copilot and its features. We also need to understand what are the various GitHub Copilot subscriptions, because we need to use GitHub Copilot for our day-to-day work. That's why we need to understand what are the limitations in these subscriptions, which features are available and which features are not available. So we will talk about various subscription plans available with GitHub Copilot. Once we are good with it, we will start learning about prompt engineering. In order to get the best out of GitHub Copilot, there are few strategies of prompt engineering which can help us to achieve our day-to-day tasks quickly and efficiently. As a DevOps or DevSecOps engineers, we are given various tasks in a sprint or in a program increment. And in order to complete those tasks within the defined timeline, we need to provide accurate prompts to GitHub Copilot. So we will learn few strategies and we will see some hands-on demos with these prompt engineering strategies using github.com. As you might already be aware, we can also use GitHub Copilot from github.com. If you are not aware, we will learn that in this section. Once we have learned about the prompt engineering strategies with GitHub Copilot, we will then jump into a case study. This case study we will implement for DevOps engineers using GitHub Copilot. In this case study, first we will understand this case study where we will implement an end-to-end CI/CD pipeline with the help of GitHub Copilot. So there will be few prerequisites that will be required for this case study. So we will understand those prerequisites. Once we have completed those prerequisites, we will do the hands-on implementation of this case study. During this case study, we will resolve many errors as well that are present in the code provided by GitHub Copilot. We will see how to validate that code, how to fix the code that has been generated with the help of GitHub Copilot. During the implementation of this case study, we will learn to debug the code that has been generated with the help of GitHub Copilot. We will also get to learn that GitHub Copilot is not always accurate. We need to be very careful while using the code generated by GitHub Copilot. And once we have implemented this case study, we will share you some more learning materials using which you can take your learning to the next level. So during this entire journey, you will learn about the basics of generative AI. You will learn about GitHub Copilot and its features. You will learn about the subscriptions that are available, the prompt engineering strategies with GitHub Copilot. You will do hands-on demos using this prompt engineering, and also you will implement an enterprise level case study for DevOps and DevSecOps engineers using GitHub Copilot. So this course will be a mix of theoretical as well as practical information. It will be an interesting journey where you will learn a lot of things and you will implement those things as well in your day-to-day life. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching and see you in the next lecture.